up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after week 3 of the preseason, where the Aviators improved to 3-0 with an overtime victory. Definitely a nice victory for the Aviators to get. It was over the Washington Redskins, and they had a pretty solid team. They really did a good job in the offseason, bringing in a lot of star power, and the Aviators were still able to make it happen. They almost blew the game, but a punt return in overtime really set us up for that game-winning field goal. And things are going pretty good for the Aviators right now. You know, our defense is looking a lot better. However, obviously we still have some issues with it. But I think it'll be better when our starters are on the field for the majority of the game. We'll kind of see. We definitely have a lot more depth than we've had in recent years, and that's good to see. A lot of our rookies are looking like pretty solid pickups for us right now. And overall, I kind of like the direction this team is going in. So it's all about, you know, continuing to carry this over into the regular season. Last up, we have the Atlanta Falcons. Let's go ahead and check out the injury report for their team, see if they are missing anybody here. And then we'll check out their depth chart. So we kind of see how their team has shifted from previous seasons. Adrian Patrick, their quarterback, is going to be out. Now, he had been backing up Matt Ryan, but this could have been the year that he took over as a starter. Interesting to see him over here out for 9 weeks. That's a big blow. Latavius Murray, a nice pickup for them. He is out with a pulled groin, and then Will Davis is going to be out as well. So 3 potentially significant injuries, especially if they do no longer have Matt Ryan. We'll find that out here in a second. But Adrian Patrick was definitely their future there, so not having him's a big blow regardless. And they do still have Matt Ryan, but as you can see, Adrian Patrick was destined to take over that starting role this year. He is ranked better than Matt Ryan now. Kind of been waiting in the wings the last few seasons, and, you know, this was going to be his chance, but Matt Ryan holding on to that starting spot with that injury right there. He has the confidence still to carry through. Christian Ponder going to be the backup there at running back. Terrence West, and again, Latavius Murray, that's another starter out for them. So missing their starting quarterback and their starting running back. We are pretty familiar with that. It's happened to us a few times here. Julio Jones still going to be a wide receiver with Cecil Shorts and Justin Hunter, a former Titan there. Aaron Graves, Duncan, a rookie out of Georgia, and Ben's a second-year guy from Syracuse. Vernon Davis going to be their tight end with Arthur Lynch here. Left tackle, they got Schrader, Asamoah here. Center, they have Howley. Not a great offensive line here. Something that our defense might be able to take advantage of. You know, Matt Ryan's a veteran, but putting pressure on him, making him a little bit more uneasy, definitely is going to be beneficial to us if we can keep constant pressure on him. We also have a pretty solid run defense, so that's something else that might help us out in this game. And then the Falcons, the trade for Brian Orakpo. You know, the decision looks okay so far. But not having him is definitely going to shift our defense some this year. You know, he's probably a little bitter that we traded him to the Falcons. He's going to want to come out and have a statement game against us, get some pressure on the quarterback. Desmond Trufant still the number 1 here. Collins, Johnson, and Mills, a rookie here, going to round out their core. Not having Will Davis really hurts their depth, as you can see here. They don't have a lot of cornerbacks on their roster. But they do have Wilson over here. And at strong safety, Ishmael. So interesting group there. Not the best team that we've seen. You know, this is definitely one of those games that I feel like we should win. Obviously, we're going to be playing our backups a lot, so nothing's really guaranteed. But I'm not incredibly impressed with that Falcon team. Overall, I am pretty happy with what we've been getting so far. Let's go ahead and check out the stats for our team throughout the preseason so far. Kind of see who's been standing out. Tyson Russell has had an outstanding preseason for us. 156.2 quarterback rating, 326 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. One thing I will say, you know, he doesn't necessarily fit our offense. We like rolling outside the pocket, and he's not the best with that. We've seen him do it a few times, though, and he's been all right. Marcus Mariota, 124.7 quarterback rating, 264 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Kerry Patrick, on the other hand, really struggling. Now, this mostly came from that Week 1 matchup. Since then, he has not thrown an interception. He hadn't played a whole lot. But we feel pretty comfortable with what we have right now, and Russell might be taking over that backup role once again. Tavon Austin doing pretty solid for us with 4.7 yards a carry. Jaterian Russell, 3.8, and Bishop Sankey only 3.7. Now, Russell and Austin are going up against weaker units. They're playing against the bench guys, but Still, we'd like to see a little more from Bishop Sankey there. Marcus Mariota, 3 carries for 30 yards. Doran Dickerson has been phenomenal at that tight end position. Let me tell you, 8 catches, 152 yards, and a touchdown for him. Chance Jokel, 7 for 78. Curtis Harden hadn't really played a whole lot. 5 catches for 48. You see Doyle Green Beckham down here. There's Sankey with a reception as well. Tavon Austin and Sean Sutton too. So we haven't really seen our starters a whole lot. In terms of the receiving game. They've been on the bench the majority of the game, so I'm not going to put a whole lot of stock into their stats there. Jabbar Jordan, 18 total tackles, leading the way for the Aviators here. Tyler McElroy with 13. Jamirian Walker with 12. Justin Brown with 11. I've been thrilled with his performance. You see there, he has 3 tackles for a loss as well. Tied for Tyler McElroy there. Sacks. We got 3 from John Latulele, 1.5 from Rafael Reyes. Dion Knight has 1. Josh Rogers has 1. Half a sack for McElroy, Brown, Jordan, Walker, and Casey. Interceptions, 2 for Dre Kirkpatrick. That's going to be it there. We forced a lot of fumbles in week 2. We haven't really done anything since, but we got a hard-hitting secondary now, something I'm pretty thrilled with. So overall, things are looking pretty solid for us. We're going to round out the preseason with this next game against the Falcons. And hopefully we can get some momentum, continue it on heading into the regular season. As you see here, the Colts are 3-0. Maybe they're finally turning things around. They definitely have a lot more depth to work with. And they gave another weapon to Andrew Luck there. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. We're not going to trade Casey. Pretty happy with moving him over to defensive tackle. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in week 4 as we take on the Atlanta Falcons. Later.